Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. So let's just jump right into it. So the last video I was telling you guys about the suicide attempt, how I was about to take a bunch of pills. So I kind of want to give you a little bit of backstory. I had just moved back with my mother, of course, and I don't know what happened. I fell into a deep depression. I was so depressed. I don't know if because of the past trauma or whatever the case may be. If I was off the streets and was trying to start anew, I don't know, but I got so depressed. And I told you guys, between 92 and 93, it all ran together. It's like I was so discombobulated. I don't know if I got raped first or I tried to kill myself first. I don't know. It was around the same time, but I lost it. I just couldn't take it anymore, and I just didn't want to be here anymore. So I walked up to the corner store and I bought like 5 little things of muscle relaxers, pain medicine, different things. Like, first of all, why are you letting a teenager buy all of these medicine without ringing an alert? I shouldn't have been able to buy that. You shouldn't have sold that to me. But anywho, so bought all the pills, went back to my mother's house. Now, she was getting herself together, but she still was a heavy drinker and a heavy smoker. So she always had liquor there, some type of rum. And it used to be a bar called ABC Liquor. So I don't know if this was cheap liquor, but it was the ABC Liquor. I never forget what it looked like. So I sat in the middle of the floor. Oh yeah, pause. So back then, my husband now was one of my best friends. We used to talk all the time. Never slept together, anything like that, but we were really close. I met him when I was 14. But he is one of the people that I called before I took those pills. And I also called my mother. And of course, I didn't sound right. They knew something wasn't right. It's like, I guess that was almost like my suicide letter. I was talking crazy. But so to go back to the pills, I called called my husband, called my mother, whatever. Then I sat in the middle of the floor. I dumped all the pills in a pile, and I just opened that room and I just took one pill and I just chugged it. Just took, and I don't know how many pills I took, but I started convulsing and I passed out. So I woke up in the hospital. So when I woke up, of course, I'm mad. I'm not dead. And they were pumping my stomach. So it was a tube in my nose going down my throat. And I guess it's cold, big black tar stuff. And they were pumping my stomach and everything. And so counselors and everything came in. I was so mad. I was just being mean. And that lady said, okay. And she Baker Act me. And if you don't know what Baker Act means, it's like you get arrested or whatever. Nobody can get you out of jail. You have to go see a psychiatrist or say you try to kill yourself or harm somebody. Wherever you go, nobody can get you out but that doctor, psychiatrist or whatever. So I was Baker Acted. So they sent me straight to the Mental Health Resource Center on Beach Boulevard. I'll never forget it. Listen, the Lord showed me. Like, you want to act like you crazy and you want to do this? Okay, let me show you what crazy looks like. Listen, you guys, I was in there. My heart was palpitating. I was so weak in there. I had torn my body up. People was beating their head on the walls, slobbing out of their mouth. So they had an adult section and they had a children's section. And so with the adult, you could see the adults. They were in the corners, like talking to themselves and beating their heads. And then the kids in there were all wild and doing the same kind of stuff, biting themselves and all that, and being forced medication. And I was in there like, okay, Tanya, come on now. You need to get it together. And one of the ladies in there said, hey, you don't belong here. So anywho, I have to pause. So I'll finish the story. You guys have a happy Saturday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. You have a great night.